What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. Today's video, I'm going to show you how I install my new exhaust. So I bought a Two Brothers carbon fiber black series exhaust, and it comes with the cat delete pipe, which is still in the package. It's going to be going on my 2020 R1. Currently, as you can see, I have it all stock as far as the exhaust and intake goes. So yeah, I've never installed an exhaust on a bike. This will be my first time, so bear with me and I'll do the best I can to help you figure out how to do yours. So I'm probably just gonna piece it all together. Let's see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Before we get started on pulling parts off, I just wanted to let you hear what it sounds like before, and then we'll do an after as well. So here's the stock setup. I took that up to about 9,000 RPM so you guys could kind of just hear what it sounds like stock. And remember, we're inside of a garage, so it's going to sound louder than it actually is. All right, so first things first, remember, we're inside of a garage, so it's going to sound louder than it actually is. All right, so first things first, we're going to start by taking off, this is a 6mm Allen bolt, and then down here will be a 4, I believe it's a 4 or a 5mm Allen bolt. And that will remove the stock muffler. Okay, then we're going to take off this heat shield bolt, this heat shield bolt, and this heat shield bolt, as well as these two. And those are all either 4 or 5mm. A lot of this bike uses a lot of the same easy tools, so just get a setup something like this, or even regular Allen wrenches if you need to. And make sure you have yourself a cute helper like Izzy. She's the cutest helper of them all.
Stock marker. Boom. Shaboom. Ooh, look at that crap. 5mm on this front one. Pull that out. So that one's gonna... Alright, on the left side of the bike, I'm going to use this tool because I need more ground clearance than this. I couldn't fit that in there properly. So we're going to take off these two Allen bolts on this side. And this one will also go back on with the custom exhaust, I believe. Okay. Got those off.
All right, next we're going to get this 6mm Allen bolt. This is the rear mount for the cat box. We're going to get 10mm bolt right here. And we're going to get a 17mm wrench on the oxygen sensor, O2 sensor. And no, I do not believe you need to pull out the tank and all that stuff to where you can unwind the O2 sensor. I do not believe that will be necessary.
I have been a car mechanic for many years, and I've never had to do that before. You can twist them plenty fine, just be careful with it. Don't harp, if it gets really tight when you're twisting the O2 sensor, then that may be a different story, but I've never had to remove it like that. So we should be just fine. Okay, we got that rear mount. Get this leverage we get. They're on there pretty tight, guys. Careful too, it's pretty hot if you've driven your bike for any length of time. Okay, 17mm wrench for the O2 sensor. I already broke it loose. It was not even very tight. Now you're going to notice it's going to start bunching up. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit from up here so I get more clearance. Gives me more wiggle room for when it does start to bunch up.
All right. So you'll see, I've just held it right where it's at. It's pretty dang bunched up right here, guys. But that's okay. You just don't want to, you'll be okay, trust me. So you have to do it the same way in reverse when you put it on. You're going to need to get it bunched up in reverse just like this, so that by the time it gets all screwed in, it's going to be normal and leveled out. I'm sure you guys know what I mean with that, right? Okay, so this side looks like it's done. Unless I'm missing something, we'll find out in a little bit, but I don't see anything else that needs to come off. So let's head to the other side and see what else we got. Back on the driver's side, on the right side. So first thing we'll probably do is get some, I believe these are 10 millimeters. Loosen these up, unhinge these off of this little contraption here, okay? Then we will push this lever down to get that bolt. That's a 6 millimeter Allen head. That's one of the brackets. And the hardest one was probably gonna be right back there. Do you see that? So it's kind of, this will be blocking it. I may have to take this off. I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try to get a tool in there. That's gonna be close. And then 17 millimeter again right here, 10 millimeter again right here, and that should be it, guys. Whole thing should come off after that. So easy stuff, easy stuff. So watch along, let's get to it.
Right here. So yeah, it is a 10 millimeter. Just loosen these nuts. Hopefully I'm doing this right. Loosen those up quite a bit so we have some wiggle room, maybe. Let's see. Pull it back. There we go. So we can pull it out, that's what we gotta do. Slide it forward so we can get it off the track, just like we did on the brakes. Same thing, easy peasy. See if we can do that here, pull it back. Pull it out of the clip, so you guys can see this. So I loosened it enough to pull it back. And then now I can swing this, now that it's loose, forward. And just pop these out. Easy stuff, guys. Okay, we'll tackle that. We'll do the delete on these another day. So for now, I'm just gonna, I'll tuck them somewhere up there for right now, not for this video. And that's gonna be using what's called the Servo Buddy to fully get rid of that. So let's continue. Okay, so we got that out. Next we need, get this, pull the brake lever down. Get this one, you guys see all right? This is the Allen wrench that's right by the brake lever. And this is a mounting bracket for the cat box. Okay, got that out. Get this right there. Okay. Now let's work down here a little bit more. Let's go ahead and get the 10 millimeter. Let's hear somebody out there having fun. It's about to be me here in a minute. So yeah, as I'm going through this, I'll just kind of talk about the piece up here with those cables we just took off. So there's a valve right here within the exhaust that opens and closes. So what's going to happen is if I just leave it as it is like this and these cables loose, there's going to be a check engine malfunction type indicator that's going to come on the dash. So let me show you the piece you need to fix that. I have it. Right. So it's called the Servo Buddy. The Servo Buddy. So this just plugs in up underneath your seat area, and it will eliminate that. And then you can also pull out these cables and the box that attaches to it. And people are saying that they weigh, you know, maybe a couple pounds. So just a couple more pounds of weight reduction. There's our little helper. Need the belt coming to help us? So same thing on this one, guys. I'm going to pull it down to give me a little bit of slack. I'm not going to worry about taking it off at the other end. It's okay to twist these up to a certain extent. So as long as it doesn't get too crazy, I'm just going to continue doing it. Should always be good to go. These things are okay to twist. Try to get some of the twist to go up top if you can. So it's not all right here. Get pretty tight. We're almost there though. There we go. So see how tight that is? That's really tight right there, but that's okay. We're going to keep it that tight as we put it in so that by the time we get all the way extended back in, it's going to be in the normal position. As you can see, the wires are tied, nothing's ripped, nothing's broken, we're good to go. Do this at your own risk. I take no, if you do something wrong and twist it too tight and you don't cut the slack up top somewhere and you mess it up, that's on you guys. I'm just saying this is how I do it. So, okay, there's that. Last thing we have, I set up a little, one of these little tools. These things are awesome for getting in hard spaces. Let's see if we can get to this. Let me show you this again. Hopefully we can get to that without taking off the steering. Let's see if we can get this in here. You guys know what I'm trying to get to. I'm sure you can see it if you're on your own bike. So let's set it all back down, see if I can get this. Got it in place at least. Being careful with my fairing. Okay, we're getting it loose. It's working. I might need a magnet or something to get that out. Or some pliers or something. Let's see. I want to say this might be the last thing holding the exhaust on. We'll find out. Nah. She's coming out. was gonna say too, if you guys are interested in the same exhaust, do a bunch of Google searching. I found this exhaust at a different website for like $515, and Redzilla, they wanted 700, and so they price matched it, and I got a killer deal. And I like buying for Redzilla because they're a reputable company. So definitely price match, guys. Redzilla will definitely give you, they'll definitely meet everybody's price. So do that, save yourself some money. Okay, this is almost out. I'm just gonna see if something on the other end of it. Let's see if I can get in here without getting burnt. Alright, we got it. It's a long bolt. So I heard there's a washer that just fell. Okay, that might be it. Let's see if anything else is holding this puppy on. I'm sure there'll be some other. There's usually always something hiding. Let's see. That's loose. That's loose. I need to get something from my hands. How about this glove I have right here? See if we can get it off. Come on, baby. Make sure I'm still recording. Alright, gonna try to come off. Maybe up and down as you're pulling backwards. Here we go, baby. Woo! Watch out for your OT sensor. Be careful with it.
Note that I took this piece off because I noticed everybody else was taking this piece off. So just two Allen bolts comes right off. You don't need that any longer. So I actually put all this stuff together and weighed it, the stock stuff. So it was just a little bit over 20 pounds, guys. I weighed it on my scale. I weighed this setup 4 pounds. So we are literally saving 16 pounds of weight from a motorcycle. I already thought that the R1 felt light as it is, even when it was stock and had this on here. This also saved a couple pounds when I took that off. So I know once I get the servo buddy installed and get the stock cables out of there, that's gonna be another couple pounds. So this stuff really adds up, and 16 pounds is a huge, huge chunk of weight for a motorcycle. So that alone, even without the performance gains, that alone is going to be a noticeable feel for sure. That's a big difference, guys. So every little bit helps with weight, especially on motorcycles. And let's go ahead and get ready to start bolting this thing back on.
All right, put on a glove. Now you really should have your front wheel chalked, or at least have somebody hold it, because I'm going to be pushing forward on the exhaust. These clamps are still loose. Hopefully you guys can see everything. So I'm going to be holding onto the bike as I'm pushing forward so it doesn't roll forward and push off the kickstand. So I'm just trying to get this back mounting tab to line up so I can get the bolt through it. Okay, just about right there. I'm going to shove the bolt through it with the washer. That's in place. Put the nut on the back. I didn't have to put really a ton of force on that, so that wasn't too bad. So we're just going to leave it finger tight for now. We'll go through and tighten everything once we get it all done. Gloves off. Okay, now we need the O2 inserts, and those are O2 block offs. So they give you extra. I'm not sure exactly why they give you extra. One of them's a block off, and one of them's a. Oh, okay, I see. So if you need to block one off, you have the ability to, but obviously we want our O2 sensors to work, so we're gonna put the washer on there, put it in the hole. Okay, and I'll go do the same on the other side. Make sure I get the right one out of the bag. I'm gonna go dip the other side in real quick. Okay, let me get the right tool for this first. So it's actually bigger than a 21, so I just grabbed a crescent wrench, guys. You don't need to harp this down extremely tight, just tight enough. Tight enough. Now I'm assuming you guys at least have general background with mechanics as you're doing this. So you'll know that you don't need to harp this thing totally tight. Just tight enough to get it snug. Get that washer snug. Okay, Now I'm going to reverse twist this, so that way when it goes in, it should be at least, it won't be all kinked up like this. So it's reverse twisted. Okay. Do this by hand, of course, so we don't strip anything. And then help the wire as you're twisting it back the proper way, because it's all kind of tangled up here. You want to help it through. Okay. Much better. Now it's almost fully perfect. It's no longer all kinked and bound up. Okay, we'll go ahead and hit this with a 17 to tighten this up real quick. Not way too tight. We'll do the other side. Don't forget to do the reverse. You're winding the wire in reverse. There's a lot less clearance on this side. That's not good. So you need to pull down on this side just a little bit, because there's not much clearance, guys.
Guys, so on the other side, be really careful with the O2 sensor, because the clearance is really tight. So just take your time over there and make sure you wind it up in reverse, so by the time you get it tightened in, it's right back to straight how it should be. And I hope you understand what I'm saying. So,
all right, now we've got the bolt in for this exhaust hanger right here. Okay, and we dropped it already. Let's go ahead and set that back up there, and then we're going to put the bolts that they supply us with to hold it in place. All right, so it goes this way. It'll take you a second of messing around with it to figure out which way it goes. Again, we're just going to tighten this by hand until we get everything fitted up, and then we'll tighten everything down. So now we'll go ahead and slide the muffler on. And make sure you don't scratch it. Be real careful here. Again, be careful not to push the bike forward, since we don't have a chalk up there. I'm being real careful. Keep an eye on the bike. Almost there, guys. Okay, I think that's all the way. Yep, all the way. Be real careful. You don't want to scratch it right up here on the top, because it's really, the clearance is really close. All right. Now grab the clamp. So you kind of have to bend the top parts of the exhaust hanger, or else it's not going to fit. So don't be afraid to be strong with it and move it around if you need to, and you will need to. Okay, everything, again, is still just hand tight. Now's a good time to, if you need to move something around, go ahead and move it around. But it all looks about right to me, as it is. Okay. Now we just need to put these springs on. And they give you a spring tool to do so. Be careful not to drag the bike. Easy peasy. Maybe. Now put the top one on. I like to put them in the front, that way you're pulling the bike backwards and not frontwards. Just that much less of a risk of pulling it off the kickstand. Oh, this one's a stretch. Okay, once you get it in the hook, just kind of twist this back, just like so. Let's hold it on nice and firm. Okay, now go ahead and tighten everything up. We've already tightened the O2 sensors previously, So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten everything up, and I'll be right back.
We just started it to make sure that we check and have no exhaust leaks and that everything looks good. Looks good. All right, she is done, guys. This thing is loud. I took it around for a few mile ride today. I love it. So now that it's daytime, I don't want to get in trouble, so I can give you a little bit better rev. So let's check it out. Yes, those are monstrous flames, even in the daytime. At nighttime, this shoots out about 3 feet of flames. Like, I revved it up last night and it came out to about right here. Sparks and flames go shooting out. So this is definitely not for the people that like to keep things quiet. They do make a piece that goes in the tip that can quiet things down and also help with the flamethrower. I forget the name of the piece, but it's like $27 or something like that. So all in all, I love the exhaust. It's exactly kind of what I wanted. Maybe just a hair loud, but it's fine. If on a scale out of 1 to 10, I would say this is probably about an 8. If you take the full exhaust off and you run open header, if that was a full 10, then this is about an 8 with this muffler on here. So sounds great, guys. I love it. It looks amazing. The bike looks a lot better to me without all that gray muffler stuff hanging on. So let me know what you guys think. I hope this helps, and I hope you guys are all riding safe. Have a great day.